All right, we heard he's fully ready for that massive one. Don't forget, just last week we had him in Nigeria here. We had so much fun with him in the studio. But right now he's back in his base. But definitely we had to catch up with him to know what he came to Nigeria for actually panned out at the end of the day. Let's serve you Kerrith Brown, International Mixed Martial Arts Federation President, as he joins us via Zoom today. How are you doing, boss? How are you doing today?
Can you hear me? Is that better? Do we have a good connection? Thank you very much.
All right, nice.
It's fine. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, nice to see you again. And first and foremost, we are eager to know how you enjoyed yourself in Nigeria for the past or the few days you stayed before you went back to your base. Let's start with how you enjoyed Nigeria, your experience.
I'm sure I had a great experience. My first time in Nigeria in Sabah, so it was really great to experience the hospitality for sure, and to really just see the cultural side and to see the development, especially with mixed martial arts, that obviously that we're talking about today. So yeah, I had a great experience.
Now let's talk about the main business, talking about mixed martial arts, and I would just want to have you talk about the demonstration you watched at the ongoing National Sports Festival in Delta State. How would you describe the experience of that demonstration here in Nigeria?
Well, it was an amazing experience, obviously, to have the opportunity to come into the Delta Festival as a demonstration sport, and really just to do like a Q&A to explain the development of the sport from an amateur level, not from a professional level. Everybody kind of looks at UFC as the professional side, which they are, as the biggest promotions in the world currently. And our job is to build the amateur development of the sport from the ground. Obviously, it's unusual for a sport to be born upside down. So, being at the festival, along with the president of the federation, Henry, and Mario, who's the vice president, gave a great opportunity to explain all the development of the sport to the stakeholders, in order to try and get the National Federation recognised. So having a meeting with the Minister, Sunny Dari, to explain that we have to get around the National Federation to support them to get recognised in order for them to protect the sport, as it's one of the fastest growing sports in the world today. And our responsibility is to make sure that everything is certified around the sport in order to make sure that it's safe for the next generation of athletes that are going to represent Nigeria at the highest level, especially coming through the natural, through the amateur development. That's one of the key components. And being there to have the opportunity to explain to the various delegates at the event was a great experience for myself, and also for the national federations, and to make sure that all stakeholders involved will understand truly the sport, not just from the top, but from the bottom, to give it some context.
All right, with that meeting, how would you now describe his response? Talking about the sports minister, how did he actually respond? Are you impressed with his response after that meeting?
Very impressed with the response. He clearly gets it's a new sport for the next generation. We have a duty of care as the elders, as stakeholders, myself included, as the president of the International Mixed Martial Arts Federation, to ensure that we get the right response. And his response was absolutely great, in terms that he wants to see the federation develop. I believe we're trying to put another exhibition together coming soon at an event, at a football event. We're trying our best, obviously short notice, but the intent is that we spoke about many things, and one of the things we talked about is bringing the African Championship to Lagos, which would be amazing to have all the African national federations representing an African Championships, which is part of our competition pathway within the continental structures. So just recently we had our African Championships in South Africa, which was some amazing talent coming through, and we want to capture that. We want to capture not only just male and female, and we want to capture the next generation of youth. We have currently our next Youth World Championships in 2023, and we want to see the representation from Nigeria to ensure that we're making sure that they're inclusive at every level. So from my response to him, it's been a great response for him to engage and to ensure that he's going to drive this to make sure that the National Federation does get the recognition. So I'm very pleased of the meeting and the outcome of the meeting.
All right. Do you think that to make the sport grow fast in Nigeria, knowing fully well we've got some good dominance too at the world level, that we should have an academy here in Nigeria to breed some fantastic young talents from the shores of the country here?
Definitely, having an academy is something that all national federations and the country of Nigeria, to identify the next generation of talent coming through on the pathway. So having a performance centre in terms of that will go well. You currently have or did have three world championships in Kamaru Usman, Israel Asanya, and Francis Ngannou. So emulating that obviously works really well if you have an academy, because then you're looking after the next generation of youth coming through, from the grounds, and that's what it's all about. And very important, it's recreation for all, and that's what MMA delivers, and through the National Federation. So having the potential of having a centre like that would be amazing to see the continuation and the growth of the raw talent that's in Nigeria. We have to capture that because it's a new sport. It's accessible to everybody, and we want to capture that. And I'm sure through the conversations that we had with the minister, we're able to convey that and ensure that we continue this development and the growth, and we'll continue to move with the National Federation.
All right, before we let you finally go, your parting shots, what next for the president of International Mixed Martial Arts Federation? What next are you venturing into as we let you go today?
Yeah, well, we have a busy schedule. So next year in 2023, we have our World Championships in Serbia, in Belgrade. That's going to be an amazing event. We'll look over 80 national federations with over 750 athletes to compete at the highest level. We want Nigeria to be there for sure. And this is all part of coming over to Lagos and to Asaba to ensure that we get the message, and we want them to be part of the journey as we have many more competitions throughout the year. So I'm looking forward to it. Very proud that I've been able to come up to your country and had an amazing time, and hospitality was absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, thank you very, very much to Mr. Kerrith Brown for joining us on Sports Cafe today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, and from there,